start with just making ourselves comfortable on the mat, so just landing in a position where you can sit with the back nice and relaxed, just placing maybe a cushion under the base of the spine, the tailbone, and just allowing yourself to sit down into your pelvis so that you feel completely relaxed, supported by the earth beneath you. And just letting go of any responsibility for the relaxation. Take a few deep, conscious breaths. Simply becoming aware of the fluid movement of your body as you breathe. Watching as it expands and contracts with your breath. Coming up to your mind, looking beyond your thoughts and resting deep, deep into the silence of your mind. And now letting go of all control from the breath. No sound. Just relaxed breathing as if you were asleep. Conscious of the space that surrounds you and the sounds, your body, and connecting in your mind now to the waters of the world. The oceans, the rivers, the rain, snow, ice, the flow of life. Revolves around the flow of the water. Again, now focusing on the breath and seeing the breath as waves coming into the shore and out from the shore. And then slowly and gently opening your eyes. Welcome. So we are going to come to the back of the mat and start in hero position. So just gently coming to the knees and taking, of course, a cushion with you if you have stiffness in the legs or in the knees, so either sitting on a cushion or having the bolster between your legs or even under the ankles if you wish to. And we're going to rest the hands gently on the knees, and again we're going to close the eyes. Be conscious of the heart beating in the chest. Just this simple consciousness of the heart. The connection between the breath and the flow of life through your whole body. Be relaxing your hips just that little bit more. Shoulders. Almost as if the elbows were heavy. Again, watching this gentle flow of the breath of life passing in and out from the body. Passing into the blood, streaming through every cell of your body. Relaxing the fingers, the hands and the wrists. As the shoulders drop just that little bit more, you can have the sensation that the neck became just that little bit longer. And then slowly and gently opening the eyes. Good. We're going to gently come to the mat now. We'd of course do this in the most relaxed possible way, sitting to one side, maybe just straightening the legs. And coming to the center of your mat, before coming gently down onto the mat, as lazily as possible. I'm going to come into one of my favorite positions. So we make sure that the lower back is on the mat, and we can start by bringing the left foot into the buttock and then the right. And then gently bringing the knees in towards the chest and separating the knees slightly. We reach forward with both arms between the knees and taking the sides of the feet as we come into happy baby position. Just lifting the lower legs. And here we want to allow the arms to be heavy. So the only thing working really here is the fingers, just gently holding the sides of your feet. Everything else relaxed. Relaxing the hips just that little bit more in the lower back. If you find that you can't have the lower legs completely up, of course it's okay to have them just slightly back towards the buttocks. Whatever is comfortable for you. Especially those of you that are new to the channel, it's just to do everything as comfortably as possible. In conscious awareness to the breath, we're going to take a deep inhale and feel how the body actually lifts away from the mat or the ground that you're lying on. And then a long exhale and feel how the body then sinks back towards the mat. Almost returning to this feeling of the waves against the shore. Following the breath. And the flow of life. It's also good not to take this position too seriously. It's okay to find yourself with a small smile at the corners of your lips. Again, relax the shoulders just that little bit more. The ankles are relaxed, the wrists are relaxed. You can just check very gently that we're not pulling on the feet. That is just the weight of the shoulders down towards the mat. The spine is nice and relaxed. Again, this conscious breath just for these last few seconds. Relaxing the lower back just that little bit more. The toes, shoulders. And then we're going to release the feet back down to the buttocks. And bringing the back to the mat. We're now going to take the bolster. And we're going to place the bolster on the right side of the mat. And approximately level, the top of the bolster level with the lower back here. Bring the arms out to the sides, 90 degrees out from the shoulders. And then we're going to drop both knees together out to the right. So the rotation really comes from the stomach, not from the lower back. And we have this supported position where we can simply relax, relaxing the lower back. Sacral chakra, as it is called, or the second chakra. From which comes the flow of life. Just making sure that everything's relaxed. Just checking that the shoulders are relaxed, the arms. Being conscious of your fingers. Even though the hands are on the floor, the fingers are gently up in the air, just relaxed. If you watch very carefully, you can even feel the weight of each finger. Maybe relaxing the stomach or the abdomen just that little bit more. Relaxing the shoulders again and the neck. Of course, can have the head on a cushion if it's more comfortable. As I've said before, doing these rotating positions, we can always start by looking out towards the right hand. And then as we increase the rotation through the spine, we can end up looking to the left hand. Each time we come into a position today, you can imagine in your mind that a little bit like a drop of water on the floor, it's only the surface tension that is keeping the balance between the earth energy beneath you or the gravity and your body. Allowing all tension to run out of your body into the floor or the ground and down into the earth beneath you. If you wish to, here again, we can take a nice long conscious inhale and then a long exhale, and feel how the body sinks even more into the floor, the arms and the elbows and the hands. We're turning the head then to the center, so we're looking straight towards the top of the room, and then gently bringing the feet back to the mat in the center as we keep the knees together here. We can collect the bolster and just drag it over the side of the body if you wish to. Of course, if you are extremely flexible, then of course you don't need a bolster at all. But at the moment I would encourage you to use it because we can relax just that little bit more. So now we're in the position where the bolster is now level again, the top of the bolster level with the lower back, and let's just drop the knees out. Rotation again from the stomach or the belly, the abdomen, and just allowing your knees to rest out to the side. And we can start by looking to the left this time, of course, and then eventually looking all the way to the right. It's what is comfortable for you. As I said many times before, what's important is to just allow yourself to focus on doing 100% of what you can do, or what your body and your mind is capable of. So especially in the Yin Yoga, we're not pushing the body beyond a point where it is relaxed. You can get to the point where we feel there's tension, but not that we feel pain. This lesson took me a very long time to learn in the beginning because my ego was so strong that it wanted me to do things that my body actually couldn't do. So I might say that it was a painful lesson. To just learn to relax. Take it easy. Give yourself a break. Think about your body softening with 1 millimeter a week in each of the positions. You're going to hear me talk about this a lot, but as the body starts to flow into the fluidity of life, and starting to listen to you instead of running what you're doing, then you're going to find that everything becomes much easier. A bit like the water energy that always finds the easiest path, the path of least resistance. Good. Gently bringing the head again to the center, looking towards the top of the room. And gently bringing the knees up from the bolster or the cushions. And just stretching out the legs so that you keep the lower back on the mat, left heel to the left corner of the mat and right heel to the right corner of the mat. Just land on the mat completely. Feel how your stomach almost settles into the body and back into the spine. conscious of your body lying on the floor. In your mind, you can picture the body actually floating, either just above the floor or in the surface of the floor. There are no limitations. Good, so we're going to now bring the feet together in the center of the mat. And we can move the bolster a little bit away from the body here. And we're going to come into one of my favorite positions, which we haven't done for a couple of weeks now. Banana position. So we're going to start by bringing the right shoulder out to the right side of your mat, or the long side of the mat. And if you want to come a little bit deeper, as I said before, you can bring the head just to the side of the mat. Look then down the right side of the mat and move your right heel to the corner of the mat. And then cross your left ankle over the right. And relax the left hip back down towards the mat. And we're going to place both hands behind the head. And just rest your head into your hands. Relax your ankles, your knees, hips. Conscious the gentle expansion in the sacrum, lower part of the spine. Last week we were working with earth, root. Here we're coming up to the sacral, the water element. Imagining your shoulders be full of water, sort of spreading out onto the floor, and your arms. Again, if you like, picturing yourself floating just above the floor or in the surface of the floor. We are, of course, limited by the physical form of the body. On the conscious plane, there are no such limitations. And really the only limitations we have are the ones that we bring with us. Noticing now the breath. How it is calm, peaceful. Almost moving like the surface of the ocean on a calm, sunny day. Just relaxing the upper back just that little bit more. Ensure the fingers are relaxed, so we're not holding the head in any particular way. And the weight of the head in your hands. Relaxing the knees and the ankles just that little bit more. And the lower back. Good. We're going to uncross the ankles and bringing the left foot to the center of the mat, and then right foot to the left foot, and then releasing the hands from under the head. We do this by sliding the hands out from under the head. So you leave the head as heavy as possible so that it gently slides off the hands and onto the floor. So we stay as relaxed as possible, and then when the hands release, you're going to feel even more relaxation in the arms. Then we move the body consciously back to the center of the mat. And we directly change sides today. So now moving the left shoulder to the left side of the mat, or the long side of the mat. Head, if you wish to come a little deeper. And looking now down the left side of the mat. Left heel to the corner of the mat, and right ankle over the left. As we now relax the right hip back towards the mat. Placing the hands again behind the head, feeling the weight of your head. Relax the neck and the shoulders, lower back and your hips, the knees, the ankles, even your toes. Conscious of everything that surrounds you, the vibrations in the air that we perceive as sound. And the air itself, conscious of the air against your skin, a difference in temperature or movement in the air as it passes over your body. Relaxing the shoulders just that little bit more. The upper back, the hips, the ankles. Again, imagining yourself in your mind as a pool of water, just finding its balance. Water always will return to balance unless something is disturbing it. It is always in its own journey. Silent, strong. Again, conscious of this relaxed breathing and the gentle flow of the breath. And now becoming conscious of the humidity of your breath as you breathe through the nose or through the mouth. temperature of the air as it passes into the body, and the temperature of the humidity as it leaves the body. These last few seconds, just relaxing the ankles just that little bit more, the knees and the hips, feeling the gentle expansion around the sacrum, the base of the spine. On the right side, a slight compression on the left. All the way up through the upper body. Again, nice and relaxed in the shoulders, arms are heavy and head resting in the hands. Then uncross the ankles, so bringing the right foot to the center of the mat. Bring the left foot together. And again here, we're just going to slide the hands out from under the head until the head returns to the floor or the mat. And once again we feel this release in the arms. And then consciously coming back to the center of the mat. We move the heels out to the corners of the mat again. Maybe gently rocking the hips left to left and right to right. Just feeling the fluidity of the lower back, pelvis. Freedom of movement. Very nice. We bring the feet together, of course, in the center of the mat. And we're going to come into a nice gentle stretch now. So we're going to bring again the left foot into the buttock. And then the right beside the left. Here we can press the heels just gently down into the floor. So we lift the lower back away from the mat, just making sure that we place the lower back onto the mat, or the sacrum bone, which is the triangular bone at the base of the spine, just above the tailbone. So we just feel that that's nice and flat on the floor. And now we're going to place the right ankle just above the left knee. So it's just resting in this position. You can imagine you're sort of lying on the beach, just having some peaceful time for yourself. And then it would be nice to just have a little extra stretch in the lower back. So we just bring the left knee in towards the chest, and we just gently bring the right hand through the bent leg to the front side of the knee or the back of the knee. So we can also hold here if it's more comfortable, or we can hold at the front of the knee. And here we just relax again down into the mat. Lower back in contact with the mat. Nice and relaxed in the lower leg, the left side. Feeling how the right buttock is closer to the mat with each breath. Again, here we want to make sure that the arms and the shoulders are completely relaxed. So we're not pulling the knee into the chest. We're just relaxing into this position. All of these positions massively help the lower back to relax. I remember when I started yoga, I had severe pain in the lower back almost every day. After a few months of doing the yoga, that completely disappeared. I remember it like it was yesterday, to wake up in the morning and not be in pain. It was like having 1,000 Christmases all at once. It was an amazing experience. So relaxing your left hip just that little bit more. Maybe relaxing the knee on the left side just that little bit more, so the lower leg hangs even closer down to the floor. Now seeing the silence of your breath. Just for these last few seconds in this position, I want you to encourage you to come back to the space or the silence of your mind. Feeling how this somehow, without even trying, this space has expanded. And as it has naturally expanded, the thoughts somehow have become just that little bit less important. We gently release the left knee, returning the left foot to the mat. And we can release the right ankle from the left leg. And we're going to directly change sides. So we'll now place the left ankle just above the right knee. And then we're going to bring the right knee into the chest, catching either the front of the knee, as I said before, or the back of the knee, depending on how flexible you are. And again, just allow the arms to be as heavy as possible. Of course, the weight of the legs is more than the arms, so we're just going to have this gentle stretch into the shoulders. Imagine how the water gently passes through the earth, giving life to plants, trees, fungi. Relaxing the hips, the knee on the right side, feeling how the left buttock is coming closer and closer to the mat. As the neck relaxes, sometimes it can be nice to just lift the head, place the head back onto the mat, relaxing the neck just that little bit more. Often when I do this, I feel like the whole body relaxes just from releasing that little bit of tension in the neck. And then we gently release the right knee, returning the foot to the floor and releasing the left to the floor. And again, we're going to slide the left heel out to the left corner of the mat, keeping the lower back on the mat, and then the right. And again, if you wish to, just gently rocking the hips side to side, and just gently finding your balance again with the earth energy or the gravity. Even the largest oceans in the world are resting on the gravity and support from the earth beneath them. And we can do the same. Good. So we're coming now to the last two positions. So we're going to bring the feet together in the center of the mat. It's a position that I call a floating easy lotus. I want you to cross the right ankle over the left, again as we did earlier, and then bring both feet into the buttocks. And here we can use cushions to rest, if you like, under both thighs. You can roll the cushions up if it feels uncomfortable to have it at this moment, at this level, or we can remove them completely. It depends entirely how flexible you are. Just allow this position to just rest. We're not trying to stretch anything, we're just allowing this position. Easy floating lotus. Relax the lower back just that little bit more. Feeling again how the stomach sinks down towards the spine. Once you're completely comfortable in the position, and if you wish to, you can bring the arms 90 degrees out from the shoulders. So you just move out things that are in the way and just find your position. Maybe placing a cushion under the back of the head, that's nice as well. And either looking to the right or the left, depending on which is most comfortable for you. Just resting in this position. So we're relaxing the hips just that little bit more. As we practice this position more and more, of course, eventually we'll be able to be in full lotus position and do exactly the same position. That's nice and relaxed. But we start this practice simply by taking the easy lotus and just relax. Keys of the lotus positions is the relaxation in the hips, so just allow them to just fall out just that little bit more. And we're not going to stay in this position for a long time today, just a couple of minutes. Good. And we're going to gently stretch the legs out again to the center of the mat. Now we're going to come up onto the right shoulder and the right hip. You can bring the knees gently up towards the chest. And we're going to place the left hand in front of the chest and just gently come up from the floor. Just conscious of this resistance of the body to actually leave the floor. Good. And we're going to come into the last position for today, which is supported, twisted deer position. So we're going to need the bolster, and we can start with bringing the bolster out to the left side of the body and placing the bolster against your left hip. And then we're going to check that the left upper leg is 90 degrees to the long side of the mat, or parallel with the short end of the mat. We then move the lower leg so that it is now parallel with the outside or the long side of the mat. You bring the knee of the right leg behind the heel of the left, and having the lower leg of the right leg parallel now with the short end of the mat out to your right. We then turn the whole body out towards the bolster. We just lie down onto the bolster and we can just rest down onto the bolster. Here we want to become as heavy as possible. So again, here we can take a deep breath if you wish to, filling the lungs. And then a long exhale and feel how the body sinks even deeper into this position, almost like you're melting over the cushions or the bolster. So you can imagine your body, any tension that you feel just melting away as we lie in this position. Shoulders are nice and relaxed. Just about another 30 seconds here, so just melting down into the cushions that you're lying on and just giving away to the earth beneath you any residual tension that you're feeling. Anywhere in the body. Relaxing the hips, just that little bit more, base of the spine. And then we gently come up from the position. And of course we're going to change sides. So we move the bolster out to the right, against the right hip. And we're going to place the upper leg 90 degrees to the long side of the mat. And of course the lower leg parallel with the long side of the mat, approximately 90 degrees at the ankle. Taking the knee of the left behind the heel of the right, and making sure that the lower leg is parallel now, again with the short end of the mat, the opposite end of the mat, 90 degrees at the ankle, and then just turning out towards the bolster or the cushions, out to the right, and we just come down onto the bolster, just resting the cheek onto the mat and just closing the eyes, and again melting over the bolster and the cushions down into the earth. Feel all the tension in your shoulders just drift away. Leaf gently moving with the stream of the water. Shoulders relax just a little bit more. Move the elbows maybe just that little bit further away from you so that the shoulders become even heavier. Whole of the upper body heavy. Neck relaxed. Fingers, gentle movement to the air as it passes over your body, sounds, and even if the eyes are closed, just conscious of the room that you are in. Staying in the silence these last 30 seconds. And then gently releasing the position. We come to the last position today. And you can choose whether you take pentacle position, which is having the arms out to the sides, the legs out to the sides, and the head in the center, or you can take savasana. Just making sure that the shoulder blades are on the floor, support under the knees, maybe with a long cushion, just to relax the lower back just that little bit more. Maybe a blanket over the body. The last position of relaxation. Just conscious of your body lying on the floor. How the floor is supporting your body. From the back of the heels and to the back of your head. We finish today with meditation and relaxation. So making sure that you are as comfortable as possible. Let your whole body settle. Let your posture feel like water, soft, supported, effortless. Take a breath in through the nose and exhale through the nose. Listen carefully to the sound of your breath. Allowing the breath to be free of control. And like waves leaving and returning to the shore. Let your shoulders drop. Let your upper body soften. Let the muscles behind your eyes melt. And your tongue floats effortless in your mouth. There's no rush. You are here. And you are safe. Now begin to feel the breath, not as something to control, but as something to float with, like gentle waves of a calm and vast ocean. Inhale gently and exhale without needing to push or pull. Simply watching the beauty and complexity of each passing breath, as if you are in a deep, conscious sleep. Let the breath find its own rhythm. Let your mind follow that rhythm, like a leaf floating on the surface of a slow-moving river. Now bring your awareness to the lower part of your abdomen or belly, the home of the water element. Let it rise and fall naturally, following the flow. Focus on your sacral chakra, just below your navel, the reservoir of your life force, the place where fear can hide in secrecy, and where the strength of courage often quietly waits beneath it. With each breath, allow your awareness to drift deeper into this space, this pool of stillness inside of you. If you listen closely, you might notice it is not empty. There is something ancient there, something quiet and wise. It does not speak in words. It speaks in feeling, a secret and deep knowing that you belong. Now imagine yourself floating on water, a calm, still lake. The surface mirror smooth, reflecting the clear blue sky above you. The air is soft and silent. No current, no wind, no urgency. You are held in this reflection effortlessly. And for the first time in a long time, you don't need to do anything. Release any urge to move and disturb the perfect reflection and balance that you bring to the world. Just float. Let yourself be supported. Let the water carry your weight. Let go of any need to be heavy or light. And now gently bring your awareness to anything that you have been resisting. A tension, a fear, a feeling you keep pushing away. Offer it to the water, even if you're not aware of what it means. Not to get rid of it, but to let it be held by the water. As you watch, let the edges soften. Let it dissolve just a little, just enough to remind you that you don't have to hold everything alone. Water teaches us that surrender is strength, that softness isn't weakness, that letting go does not mean giving up. What it does mean is the possibility of finally allowing life to flow through and around you. Moving gracefully around obstacles instead of fighting against them. Breathe in this infinite wisdom, the emotional freedom of the water. Now feel the water, not just beneath you and around you, but within you. The water in your blood, in your bones, in your breath, in your cells. You are not separate from it. It is part of you. Let this truth settle deep into your bones. I am water. I am flow. I am strong. I find balance. And I allow. Let that be your mantra for a moment. Let it ripple through your body as you breathe. I am water. I am flow. I am strong. I find balance. And I allow. With your eyes still closed, gently begin to return to your physical body. If you wish to, gently moving your fingers, your toes, becoming completely aware of your body again. Place one hand over your belly or abdomen and the other hand over your heart, and whisper softly to yourself, I trust the current of my life. I surrender to what is ready to move. I am safe to let go and move forward. And when you are ready, gently carry the wisdom of the water with you as you open your eyes, returning to the space that you are in. Gently coming to a sitting position if you wish to. I encourage you to bring the hands together in front of the heart and allow the weight of the arms to bring the hands together. And then we take a deep breath together. Exhale forward as we thank each other for this time we shared together. Inhaling as we come up, and then exhaling the hands gently to the knees. Namaste. Have a beautiful day, a beautiful evening, and sleep well. I will see you next time.